Hello everybody, this is Jason McCumsey coming to you from obviously my basement. And yes, that's Wham. If you're too young to get it, don't worry about it. Or if you saw Deadpool, you'll understand. But I wanted to come on here and make a little bit more of a personal video to help explain what I'm going through here at the house, what things have changed for me, and I guess more of my purpose of my goals and things like that. And it actually bases itself off of an email that I got today from First Form, where the question was, what's my why? And it came with a video package like you would expect, and it had a mother of 2 or 3 kids where she was talking about how she's doing it for them, staying in shape, and then they were talking about like all the different questions people like that get asked, where why do you meal plan, why do you go to the gym when you could be at home with your family, and things like that. And while the one about you could be with your family is a little like a 50-50 question, when yes, you could be at home with your family, but in my case I could be at home with my family and not be in the shape or in the condition to really do anything, to have the energy to be with them. And you know, you saw the before and the after pictures, and you saw how much she changed. When she wasn't this big drastic picture where it went from, you know, morbidly obese to skinny and thin and you know, modelly and all that sort of stuff. It was a average everyday woman who wasn't happy with where she was, who had no energy and no capabilities to go and do things, to a, you know, not, she wasn't like a jacked up woman, she was just a in shape woman, and you know, able to have that energy and able to do everything like that with her kids. And I'm in that boat. I'm at that starting point where she was. I am not happy with my appearance. I am not happy with how I feel at all. I now have a 4 or going on, what's today? Today's either the 27th or the 28th. If it's the 28th, I now have a 5-month-old child, and she's growing like a weed. And every time I do this, I'm feeling my shoulders be weak and not wanting to be able to hold her up here like I should or like I want to. And I know that, and it's always been something that's been in the back of my head ever since Emily got pregnant. And I want to be able to go and do those things. I want to be able to play with my kid, roll around on the floor, roll around in the grass, go out to the jungle gym or the playground, or you know, all those sorts of things. And I get to include my want to be able to do that with my want to go somewhere and be the champion. And like I said in my last video, I want to go to the USTAF championships and win it in my age group. So my goals are a little bit on the selfish side, because I'm shooting for a goal for me. But then again, I'm also taking it to another standpoint in another way, and doing it for my family, doing it for my daughter, you know, for my wife, to help her around the house, help her with Maggie, help her do whatever I can around here and get things done. So it's twofold, which, you know, inside makes me feel a lot better, because I'm not just being selfish. I'm not just doing it for myself. I'm doing it for all of us. And in the long run, she gets a vacation out of it, because we get to go to a track meet in some other state. So she gets that too. So my game plan now is to start off on the 3rd or the 4th, depending on how my schedule works out. I have off on the 3rd. My work gave us off because of how the schedule goes for New Year's being on the weekend. We get off on Monday. I also had to take off on Tuesday because I need to watch Maggie, because my wife is going to the first day of her job, which technically isn't that home job, but she needs to go to the office for that first day, and all the other stuff. So I'm going to be staying home. So hopefully I can start things off either the 3rd or the 4th. So that's my game plan. And once we start getting both paychecks coming in, that's when I'll be able to get my membership for the I'm going to use the YMCA because there's one both down the street from me and on my way to work. So either way I want to do it, there's always one wherever I need to go. Um, Generally, also, you can find one in about any state you go to. So what the start off will be is really just me doing things at the house. A lot of it starting off with stretching because I know, excuse me, I know I'm tight in everywhere, and stretching is one of the biggest things when it comes to throwing, because otherwise, if you can't get into position, if you can't reach back the way you should and separate your shoulders, separate your hips, get your knees to turn, if you can't do all of that, you're not going to go anywhere with your throw. So I know I have a person or two that I watch on YouTube, or that I was trying to watch the last time I was making videos. I'm going to go back to them and do some different sets with them on YouTube. I'm also trying to start waking up earlier in the morning because generally when I get home after work, I'm going on daddy duty, so that way Emily can finish getting stuff done at work for her work, because obviously she's doing mommy duty all day long. So I'm going to be a little booked up in the evenings, plus when the track season starts, I have 2 different teams that I help with then. So the evenings will be a little more booked for me, so I'm better off just making myself wake up in the morning, which is a struggle because I'm not good at that whatsoever. I'm an early enough riser that I know I can get to work, or if I'm going to go do something specific like a fishing trip or something, I can wake up for that stuff. Me waking up in the morning to go work out is definitely going to be a struggle until I make a habit out of it. So I'm going to try to start doing it now, so that way I can get into that habit before I go to the gym, before I get into that position. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much where we're at now. Yeah, I think that's pretty well set. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, if you can help support me on this channel, that would be great. If you're not already subscribed to everything, please do. Hit the likes and share it as much as you can. Any extra people that I can get on here would be a great help. I also mentioned in the first video that I'm trying to do the 1st Phorm elite athlete search, where they're looking for to sponsor athletes, and if I can get myself into that position, that would make my life a whole heck of a lot easier, both from an athletic standpoint and a at-home standpoint. So if you guys could also go check them out, that would be awesome as well. They have great products over there. Right now I'm still finishing off some products that I was using before, and then I'm going to be making the switch to use them. And I'm going to be making a full switch. I know I'm going to be doing their Nerve Vitamin. I forget which one. I'd have to make sure I look before I order it. But I'm going to be doing their vitamin. I'm making sure to do their meal plan because I generally don't wake up and eat breakfast. But then also protein shake and recovery, and most likely a pre-workout as well. So the whole shebang. So if you guys could go, make sure to check out them as well. That would be awesome. So I believe that's it, and I will come to you at a later date. Not sure really how to do this send off. So stay safe, throw far, take care of each other.